It's another day, time to put in some more hours here on the Model A. Thinking today I might start with the front portion of the floor since I have that. I haven't gone and gotten the other metal that I need for the rear section. So I think I'm gonna try to do that right now. Thinking about, I know this cowl comes off somewhere, it's not bolted on anymore. I could probably zip these off, take this off, because I do need to build some supports for brake pedal. So I know that's got to go in there too, so that needs some support. Start bending those up, and then I need to figure out this front section. Yeah, right in there. So all that mess in there, start making the front of that floor since we have that other section. So it was a little difficult to get out because this, you can see right in there, was welded to it as well. So, and I need to build a structure around here so we can hang those pedals. So that's the main thing while I pull this off. Plus it gives me light to get down there and really see. So these are the pedals that I'm going to try to use, try to figure out. So the goal is to try to figure this out in here. Like I said, this is just kind of shittily thrown on here. It's 2x tubing. I'm thinking about continuing with that or maybe just try something else. I'm not sure. I weld these up, remove that, and then I'm going to try to figure out getting this trans tunnel built. Gonna grind and weld on these structures right here so we can get this. I don't know why they're cut, so we'll get those braced back up so it's got support back there. And then I want to try to figure out maybe some bracing here. I'm not crazy about the way this is. It's not really even attached to anything, it's just there. This material here left over, maybe just come all the way across and do that. That way if it goes on the back side of here, I don't think it's probably going to start running into the gauges, so I might need to go a little lower. I'm going to get these done, so let's get those grind down. Same goes on this side as well.
to go.
This right here is the floor structure that comes in from down there, ties into these things right here. So that's what I'm going to finish welding up on this side. Now that I've got this cowl off, I can see it a lot easier. Alright, so we got these welded in, we've got those fully welded down there. Now I'm just kind of debating on this structure right here, what we're going to do. Thinking something like this, something along these lines, like that. To go from here, I'll bend it down a little bit, from here to there. The other idea too was to bend some metal and just come out right in here. Kind of like follow this to go straight down. I'm gonna get a big old stick of this right here. That's kind of what I'm thinking right there. A long line with this bottom of this bend on this dash down here, so it'll fit, and that way if I wanted to hang anything from the bottom, or needed anything from there, I can put it in there as well too. Let's see, those pedals. My only concern is that there's not enough room in between the steering column, the transmission, the brake pedal, and to put the throttle pedal as well too. There's just not enough room. But this would be perfect for that if I wanted to run them like this to build structure across and do it with. Like I said, there's just a chance that there's just not enough room. Do is I'm going to bend this in a little bit and add some relief cuts just so it comes back in. Do that right here. The same thing over here as well. Alright, so there we go. That's kind of what I'm wanting right there. Weld this together, give it back some structure. Perfect. Alrighty, so that is sort of the bar structure I'm thinking about right here for this. I'm not going to fully weld it in because I'm still going to kind of tweak it up a little bit. Thinking about coming up with something that's going to go up and down this way to kind of give it some support more here. I mean, it's pretty solid though. I don't think it's really going to be moving much. It seems, you know, all the original supports here at the bottom are still good. These got welded back on, so that gave it a bunch of strength. The only thing that I'm thinking about is how in the hell I'm going to hang a set of brakes. That's kind of why I want the structure back here. I may not need it, but I know this is going to be holding the steering wheel on, so this is going to be way stronger than it was before. Plus I have room back here for whatever I need for. So yeah. One last thing. I believe that this structure is going to be good just for shaking and rolling around. So I may continue on and I may do something a little bit different, but give you a better close up. There, like that. Like I said, we welded those in back, and it's pretty solid. I mean, I'm shaking on it and moving on it from here to here. The car's not moving. It's got some really good body mounts down there, and the car's not moving. So like I said, the other main thing is to figure out that trans tunnel from here to here, there, and then figure out the floor portions. Figure out the floor portions from here to here. So get that all buttoned up. And figure out where we're going to hang those brake pedals. Now there's another set of brake pedals that kind of reverse, like these are facing the other way and the pedal's kind of set back more. So I may try to utilize those. I also have that room on the other side, but it's going to be kind of weird because you're going to drive this car with 2 feet. It's going to have pedals in like 2 different areas and it's going to be a little weird. This is the only thing that I'm worried about is right in here. And let me go around the other way. You can tell from there, but just kind of where your feet is placed with the steering column and the trans tunnel and everything doesn't leave a lot of room for a brake pedal and gas pedal. So I'm thinking about maybe hanging this brake pedal here on this side instead of this side, just because there's not going to be as much room. So that's kind of what I'm going to figure out next, and then finish up the firewall. I would like to flush the firewall to give me some more room to not have that indentation like that, but I've got to see what I can do. I may bring the bottom in and then let that sit up on top for there, because it is relief cut, as you can see, for the HCI distributor, or for the distributor in general, which I would have done something different. I probably would have built the frame better, have the car farther back, but hey, it is what it is. We're still working on getting the floors set in. My kind of thoughts right now is to get this portion right here kind of maybe trimmed down straight back to the firewall. Because the whole thing, from what I'm worried about, is having enough ample foot room, because you see the trans tunnel is kind of going over, and it is kind of big. I can't stick my hand in there, so I might try to trim it down a little bit to give me a little bit more foot room, but I want to kind of keep this as flat as possible. That way if I can run the gas pedal somehow. 2 issues that I'm having right now. So last time got the column drop tacked in right now. So the thing is I'm going to try to figure out this transition from here to here, and as well as filling up these holes there and there. That's kind of what we're going to be working on tonight. Alrighty, so I got this portion out. I still think this trans tunnel is just like really tall and really high. I think we can do better, but I'm gonna work with what we have right now. So let's get some paper templates and see if we can cut up something and try to get something filled out. thinking something, I think it's a magnet. That, so it means I'm gonna come back here, come down flat. It's a little too close. Gotta go around that. See, I gotta try to fill in this gap right here. If firewall goes straight, it's gonna be right in there. So maybe it does need to come out with this, be out right in there. That, trying to get this all pictured in my head. Let's try this. That would be good too, but like I said, the only thing is going to be the throttle linkage. You know what I can do, and I'm thinking about doing, is zipping half of this off. And then coming back with the full plate. Okay, so I have some extra material left over. I moved the Bel Air out. So this was left over from a project that I did a while back. So we're gonna get this out here and cut it. I looked at it just a minute ago, and I believe it's fit perfect. So this whole time that I've been making this, I thought I had pressed record and I didn't. So basically all I did, I took this 14 gauge, I cut out the same template from here to here, little tombstone. We're gonna fit it back in the car, see how it goes. I'm just still cleaning up a little bit of the edges on the inside here, get rid of some of this rust because this was left over from another project. Let me just clean this up a little bit more on the inside and then we'll test fit it in the car. Alright, let's test fit our tombstones back in the car. There, I'm happy with that right there. I think I have everything to hold up with. Alright, that looks good for me. The only thing is that material is going to be a little bit too thick, I think, for the rest of the trans tunnel, but I think it'll be good for that. I think this side's going to be easier since it's just floor, nothing else. I may try to mimic the same thing on this side, see what I can get. Alright, still trying to test fit, or fit up this piece here on this side over here. I think I kind of have an idea of what I'm looking for. Well, I don't know how I cut this piece, but alright, well that gives me an idea piece. It's not right, I'm not crazy about it, but you know, I might be able to make this out of one piece and then just bend it right there. But I'm thinking to myself, I don't really need all of this here, because this is just solid this firewall. I don't need all of it. What I do know is I do need to fill in this piece here. Hard to see at that angle, but there's a piece here that needs to come up. Piece here that needs to come up, and then this piece up here. The toe kick, I think, and then this section right there, and as well as a little tombstone indentation for our distributor and everything. So I think that's kind of going to be exactly where I want everything. The only thing that I've got to figure out is this section here, how this is going to come to play right then and there, because it does need to be sort of a compound curve, S shape as you would think, there like that, and then it's filling in a little piece in there to get it all ready to go. But as far as right here, I'm liking this toe kick. I don't think I need all of this. I do need this portion right in here. It's probably a bad angle to see over there, but I'll kind of go back and show you. I do like that because it covers all that right there. The only thing that I'm worried about now is I plan on welding the support that goes in there in this area, which I forgot we were working on. And I just jumped back to the floor because I want to get this taken care of already. So this is what I'm talking about right here. So this piece right here, I can either do it straight across that floor pan like that, and it would give it sort of a little easy swoop, or I can go back to where the factory Model A pan should be, back there like that, and it would give me a straighter up and down, but I would have to extend this right here. And then I'm still not real crazy about this angle right in here that I've cut that I need. I know I do need to get it, so my idea is to come down a little bit here straight and then kind of go down and curve it to match. And then once I get this piece in, the tombstone, cut this back to where it needs to be, because it only really needs to be like right in here to fill that in. It doesn't need to be this far out, but where it is to fill in that hole right there, get that, weld that to this, weld that to there, weld that to there, and then figure out this toe board area, because I'm kind of liking that because it'd just be a little bit more foot room. But then again, back this way like that would just be a nice transition, as you can see. Then that opens up my gaps a little more, so this I would have to come back a little bit more this way and make it curve to match that tunnel. And that trans tunnel only needs to be from like right here to here if I'm gonna match. The only thing that, like I said, I'm worried about is I've got the steering column coming in on that side. I'll have the brake pedal, so that's gonna be a thing. I'm thinking about that if I do stay out here matching that on that side, that I could probably be able to put the gas pedal a little bit farther out in a little bit better position. But the tombstone that we cut up today, that should be good to give me a good design to go off of. So everything's gonna be kind of based off of that right there. It's probably about 11 o'clock or so already. So that's kind of the ideas I have right now. I'm gonna just kind of run with that, think about it a little bit more. Got my cutouts, we got one cutout, so that gives me a lot to ponder. So I will catch you next time.